Why do most people think people are lying if they get angry defensive when accused? If someone is a regular and skilled liar, they won't get upset when accused of lying. They expect it and are prepared to handle it. It really depends. If you are in a relationship and have been sneaking off behind your partner's back, lying about your location, who you're with, etc., and your partner finally confronts you and says that they are scared you're cheating, reacting with explosive anger will only look more suspicious. If you know you aren't cheating and you understand where your partner's fears are coming from, then you likely wouldn't react defensively, but rather with empathy. However, if you were being interrogated by the police because your partner was murdered and they accuse you of being the killer, then it would be suspicious if you didn't react with anger. A lot of murderers think that they have to act calm and collected when the interrogator finally asks them if they killed the victim. A regular person would absolutely get offended, angry, and defensive over such an accusation. Being angry and defensive doesn't always mean that a person is lying, but it's often a strong sign that they are. If someone accuses a person of wrongdoing, there may be some anger and defensiveness, but the main focus will always be to show in some way they are being truthful. They will be eager to show you that they are not lying, not attacking you about it. Everyone has different reactions to this sort of thing, but a lack of cooperation to bring the truth to light is suspicious in any scenario. Whatever emotional reaction they have at the outset should be followed by this cooperation. When it's not, that can be telling. I get what you're saying, but I think you're overestimating how normal it is for people to get angry or defensive when they're falsely accused. Most people don't actually react that way. Sure, anger might be one reaction, but the majority of innocent people tend to stay calm, or at least try to explain themselves clearly, rather than blowing up. Think about it: if you know you didn't do something, your focus is usually on clearing your name, not losing your temper. Staying calm makes more sense because you're trying to convince people of the truth, not make the situation worse. At the end of the day, innocent people don't need to act calm. They just are calm most of the time. I agree with this. It's weird. I have an issue where being accused of things, especially those I'm not guilty of, pisses me off much more so than I was actually guilty. I wish the world disables their ability from doing that ever. It's gaslighting. Accuse someone of something, and when they defend themselves, you can accuse them of being defensive and manipulate others into thinking they're lying because of them defending themselves. It's manipulative behavior. I just laugh and shrug when someone accuses me of anything anymore. This idiotic nonsense has become so pervasive with the stupid people in our society that it's usually best to look like you don't take the accusation seriously. It more depends how you're reacting when defensive and lying. You say things like, "How could you think I would do that? Why do you think I'm capable of something so terrible? Oh, so I'm a monster then? Yeah, okay. Believe whatever you want," etc. It's not really defending yourself, because you're not even speaking about your own character, but trying to disparage the accuser's character by putting the burden on them that they are a terrible person for even considering you did it. It's common gaslighting. You just turn everything into you being the victim. If you weren't lying, you'd probably react in angry confusion. Say things more like, "What? I would never do that. I was at work, I can call them now," and print my timestamps. You'd be more cooperative because you obviously don't want a false charge. I think it's kind of normal to be defensive or angry when falsely accused. It doesn't mean much all on its own unless someone is doing some really hammy overacting. Like that one true crime episode where the guy kills his wife, then fakes the crime scene to look like a fall down the stairs, and he starts screaming in the interrogation room about "I told her not to wear those damn black shoes," and he slams his fists on the table. What is more interesting to me are reactions that exhibit a lack of shock or surprise, sullen demeanor, lack of curiosity when told Jim is dead, or 1000 is missing. They don't ask how, or when indirect denial, rather than direct denial, failure to ask their own questions. I'm not calm, I'm shocked and confused. How on earth did you get that idea? It has long been my experience that if you accuse somebody of something and their immediate response is to offer you violence, they are guilty. That has been my experience. It's because most people are trying to protect themselves in one way or another. It's also easier to just cut off somebody you don't know that well when you think they are lying, than to stick around and find out if they were or not. I don't have any proof for this, but I'm willing to bet this happens more often to people who aren't that close. That's because we give ourselves and people we are close to more leeway.